Why am I always shaking things when I go live? All right, let's see if anyone joins. And yes, I'm gluing. Who will be the first one in is the question. And how long will it take for the first person to come in? Last time I went live, it was 33 seconds before the first person came in. And now it's already been, oh, there we go, 48 seconds. Hello, everyone. Who has joined? I'm doing some scenery. Hello, out there. I think Rayron, you were the first one in, or at least you were the first one to comment. So, how's everyone doing today? I am trying to get a little scenery done on the module before I pack it up in the car tomorrow morning, leaving for Springfield. And I'm just using this wonderful mister. These misters are incredible. I don't know if anyone has one of these, but these are the pressure misters that just have an incredibly light dusting of mist. So yeah, I thought I'd just come on, do a little video while I am doing some scenery here and making a mess of things, trying to, I guess, get the last little bit of scenery done on the module before it gets packed up. I'm just, haha, guess this is the first time I've used this stuff. What is it? This is ground cover yellow straw fine. I'm just modeling a right of way. There we go. And let's see what happens here. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to be doing a little static grass. I'm not going to have time to ballast. Not in the little time I have left. But I thought it would be fun just to get a little bit of scenery on the module here. I'll tilt it down so you guys can see what I'm doing here. There we go. I like to put a little ground foam on before I do the ballast. I think it looks more realistic. Varying colors and textures. Good morning, Bob. How are you? I'm just seeing who else is here. Hey, Dwight, how are you? Dwight Curley's in the house. Man, this stuff does not come out easily. I think I'm gonna have to do the old sprinkle. It's kind of like cooking, I guess. A dash of this, a dash of that. Not going to really know what I have until it's all dry, but that's okay. There's no real reason, there's no way to screw this up. I love these fine misters. They're just incredible. Just have a little bit of wet water here. Just to break the surface tension. And let's see, what else do we have here? I'm going to put some coarse texture down. I like to vary the textures, little bits of everything. And then, of course, static grass over top of everything. and it's either going to look great or it's not. We won't really know until tomorrow. All right. So missed it again. How's everyone doing out there? What's going on in Facebook land? Okay, that's a nice hot mess. So let's toss in some. My favorite in the world is the burnt grass. I think I saw some of that. Let's see what we have here. Fine turf burnt grass. You can't go wrong with this stuff. This is my absolute favorite. If I was only going to use one thing, it's the burnt grass. I don't know what it is. It's just the perfect color, blends everything in too. I tend to go through this stuff like candy. There we go. Let's try a little bit of this. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo! Little bit heavy on the burnt grass, but that's okay. There's really no wrong way of doing this, in my opinion. You just sort of keep layering it. And I think it might be time for a little glue. So let's say, off on a few days of vacation, burnt grass is the best. Yeah, it is, Bob. I love my burnt grass. So let's just dribble a little glue down here. I think my glue mixture might be a little bit thick. I'm going to thin it out a bit. I'll be back in a sec. Hello, everyone. Needed a little bit more water in my glue ratio. All right, let's see if this flows a little better. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Don't want to go too crazy here because the module has to go in the car tomorrow. So I've got, this has all got to be dry in the morning. So I might be overdoing it a little bit, but I think it's time for a little static grass. So I'm going to go get the static grass applicator, and it might be time. Hope I don't shock myself live on air. Let's see what we got here. All right. So here's the static grass applicator. I have no idea what kind it is, other than I got it from China, and it was dirt cheap, and it's the best static grass applicator I've ever used. So let's put it on. All right. And I just put a bit of rail on this side here. And let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's working. It's working nicely. Look at that. Get a little over here. I don't know if you're seeing this on camera, but it's really doing a nice job. What I'm modeling here is the right-of-way between two buildings with the track going through. So I just want to give it a little bit of a industrial, unkempt look. I'll throw some trash in there. And I've never figured out a good way of figuring out what this looks like until it's all dried. But it looks like something. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Maybe I'll toss a little bit more in here. Let's just finish it up. All right. Turn this off before I zap myself. And I always discharge it. Ask me how I learned that trick. There's probably not a model railroader out there that has not zapped themselves with a static grass applicator. If you haven't, man, you're missing it. So much fun. And this is where you never know whether you're doing too much. Maybe I'll do a little bit more along here. It's really kind of tough to know whether it looks good. And I guess the only way to find out is let it all dry, and then if you don't like it, do it again. And as I say, I'm up against the clock here. I'm just kind of resigned to the fact that it's never going to be finished, or it's not going to be finished in the time that I need it to be finished, which is okay. It is going to be a little bit more finished than when I started. All right, so that's me playing with my static grass applicator. Let's see. There are a few holes. I don't know if you can see here, but there are a few holes in here. And what I've got is I've got this grass mat. So this is just sort of the base coat of scenery. And then what I will do is I will go back in. And if I don't like it, or if it doesn't look good, or if I've got some holes, then I'll just take the thicker tufted grass mats and spread them out. But I think for now, it's not a bad start to the operation here. I put this down just to give me a bit of an edge because I'm going to have the building come up against it. So we can certainly peel that off now. And yeah. Ooh, what a lovely sound. So now we let it dry. And hopefully it's not a hot mess, not too much of a hot mess. And I will be back in 1 minute, so hold on, I just have some garbage here. Yeah, I hope if anyone's watching is coming to so it'll look like everyone else's hot mess. Is that what you're saying, David? Yes, I aspire to look like everyone else's hot mess, but it is what it is. I wish I had another 2 weeks, and I would love to keep going on this, but I guess I'm up against a deadline, which is what it is. And I think it could. Dwight, thanks. It's got potential to look good. Here, let me bring it in on a different angle. See if it looks. This light is kind of screwing things up a bit. But yeah, can probably peel this off now. I've got some tape on here protecting the rail. Let's see if I can get that up. As I say, it's not going to get ballasted. Not in the time I have available. Okay, here, let's just put this down. Oh, there you go. There's the drone shot. Oops, what did I do? There we go. It's always great when half your scenery material ends up on the area you've masked. I'll be very curious what this looks like when it dries. This over here is going to be a roadway, which is why I cut it off here. And then this here is going to be the switch, which I'm not even going to attempt to scenic at this point. But I've got a back of a building going right here. So it would be nice if I had something coming up to the building. I've also, you probably can't see it, but I've modeled some, some abandoned trackage here. So hopefully that will subtly show through. Anyway, sorry for making everyone violently ill. And as I say, if you're coming to the show, you will get to see it in person. You're right, Joe. Absolutely. It will be done by Timonium. And you know, it's funny. That's actually one of my goals. One of my goals is, now that I've started it, and sometimes starting is the hardest part, but now that I've actually started it, it will be nice to see the progress, and I will keep myself accountable. So yes, 100%. It'll be great to make sure that, you know, come the next show, Timonium or whenever that is, there will be some progress made, which would be nice. I'm just softening out the edges here a little bit. Hey, Mike, how are you? Thanks for joining. I was going to put the modules in the car today, but I'm leaving tomorrow morning to try and get ahead of the snowstorm. So I think what'll probably happen is I'll let this dry overnight. And gives an extra little tiny bit of the area to scenic. Hopefully it'll be dry in the morning. If it isn't, then c'est la vie. Then yeah, module goes in the car and I try and beat a snowstorm. Yeah, Jerry, I think it is coming together. I mean, this is one specific scene where I want to model an industrial area. So even if the track's not ballasted here, if I have a building up against it, it'll make for some nice photographs. Well, hopefully I'll be able to photograph it. But that's about it. I just wanted to do a quick one. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody at the show. Hopefully you can make it. I'll show you another little thing that I've been working on, which is just kind of fun. Printed out a whole line of the mini-me's in O scale. So let me see if I can. Here, I'll put them up here. This will be a good way of showing it to you. Hang on. All right. Let me see if I can flip the camera around. Bear with me for 1 second here. Camera. Whoops. I don't want to turn it off. Settings. Camera. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around. If I disappear, don't worry. I'll come right back. There we go. So let's see who we got here. So here's a rogues gallery. Sorry, the light's not great, but you get the idea of, these are all low scale. You might recognize, where is he? This gentleman here. And you'll probably recognize this guy right here who's on tonight. And you recognize the guy on the end here. Let me bring these over to light, see if I can get some more light on these. Hang on. Oh, there we go. That's perfect, actually. Daylight. So just getting these ready just to show different poses. There we go. All right. Let's turn the camera back around. And I'm back. I'm back. Whoops. Am I back? Where'd I go? Here we go. I'm back. Yeah. It's always fun. I hope that worked. What did Wigwag say? Are you going to get scanned holding it? All right. So there you go. Just a little quick bit on scenery. Trying to get the last panicked bits of scenery done on the module. I hope you'll pop by the show. Maybe I'll do an update on the drive tomorrow. I've got my good friend Steve Juranix driving down with me, Muskoka Steve on YouTube. So maybe I'll get him to point the camera at me while I'm driving down towards you guys in the States, or we're also going to try stopping at a couple train stations on the way. So maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow afternoon, assuming that we are not fighting blizzard conditions. Thanks for stopping by, everyone, and hope I will see you soon, either online or at the show. See ya. Bye-bye.